folks, what's going on? FY My Pawn here. Welcome back to Grim Dawn. Since we last left off, if I do recall correctly, we had just managed to clear out a hideout blood cultists. And we did a few other things here, nothing too crazy, just a few grind bits here and there. But ultimately, we're now going off to deal with the Warden, so that's sure to be fun. But without further ado, let's just get into things and see what happens, because we've got quite a bit to do. No reason to stand on ceremony, after all. This game's pretty simple when it comes to that. You get plenty of stuff. So, as you can probably be aware of, I've not been streaming for a lot lately. That is because I've started to get into working out, and because of the lethargy I've been suffering from as of late, I wanted to actually clear that up. So that's why I decided to just pick up some working out and just boost my... I don't know. Just try and get fit, I suppose, is the right way to say. So for us, what we need to do is we need to go to the Warden's cellar and we need to find the apprentice in the Burwitch Estates. So that's going to be our next task. Obviously, there is probably a few quests here and there, nothing too crazy, but we'll just keep pursuing our potential growth through just taking out enemies here and there. There's no need to stand on ceremony, I don't think, but we will check to see if there's any quests before we go any further. There is the bounty board, though, so we should probably take that. Is what I would say if there were any quests on there, so...
What do you want?
No matter. Any quests up here? I don't think there would be, but there is a note here that we can use. This will give us some experience here. You want to grab everything you can as soon as possible. What you need, I'll get the fabric. There we go. That's another quest done. We can use the spirit guide if we feel like our build isn't coming together correctly, because there are things that we can do to make Arcanist better, I believe. I think it would be in our best interest to find something that also scales as well. Alternatively, we can go for anything technically, and it'd be good. But Kalidor's Tempest is probably the only thing that has a scaling power next to actually just weapons hacks. So we'd have to very much consider what would be best. Honestly, I still think Kalidor's Tempest is just the best when it comes to choices. I'm just seeing if there is anything that will help scale in the long term. I don't think there is, unfortunately. So we are stuck with the fire/aether damage build, which I guess Inferno takes that over because we'll be doing... Oh, it does lightning damage as well for some reason. An interesting thing there, so I guess we could add lightning to it. Wrath of Agrabix, right. That was also another thing. We'll just stick with the Spear Protection, because that's going to reduce damage by a set amount, so... Once we get that up, we can keep going. For now, though, I believe we go to Burwitch Village, because that's the next target. Yep, we haven't explored Burwitch Village to its peak, so... We'll just have to get as much power as we can here. And... pray that it's enough. Take that. Yeah, we're still having energy issues, which is going to be a bummer, but can't be helped. To be fair, it's only fire damage, so that is going to be a flaw eventually in the future. Because we do want multiple damage types to at least bypass certain damage resistances. But at the moment, we should be fine. We are definitely going to need to figure out a good... We'll have to figure something out, though. Because damage types are always going to be an issue, no matter what we do. The easiest thing to bypass would definitely be to get some more physical-based attacks through magic, but I don't think we're going to get the luxury for that as a thing. At the very least, we can just take out enemies here, though, so it's no big deal. Yeah, like, these guys don't stand a chance against us right now. There we go. I do think the burn is going to be a necessity, though, so... Before we go any further, we're probably going to activate this Aether Warp Totem. Might as well, right? This will give us some more power. Or at the very least, it will help us get stronger here a little bit. There we go.
It's only the beginning.
Alright, Bolt Splitter and a few other things. Let's see. Bolt Splitter is a two-handed weapon with piercing. We don't need that. This gives health, cunning, health regen, and a few resistances, but nothing too good. And the others aren't really that great. I will swap to that. There we go. Forgot that I've got a special way to turn the camera as well, if I so desire. I suppose if I truly wanted to, I could focus on the fire damage as a whole and just multiply that to ridiculous levels. That is an option available to us. We just need to spike it to a ridiculous degree. I don't know. Food for thought, though. Food for thought. Okay, there's a bridge here. We don't have dynamite, though, so we won't be able to go to old Arcovia. That is something that we can handle in the future, I'm sure. Alright, there's a bridge there. A few things. Cap, wrap. Let's see. I guess we go up here, see what's what. I don't think there is anything, though, worth grabbing. Nope. So instead, what we do is we go to the other side now that we've explored the majority of that area. Pop this to get the cultist orders. Alright, we are going to move our ectoplasm over to here. Alright, that storage there done. far, so good.
That skill's not ready.
So far, so good.
I don't have enough energy.
And then there's a cellar door, which I think leads into... Yeah, it leads into here, which we've already explored, so we don't need to go through this again. There is already 3 areas that we've already explored via that route, so no need to double down on the exploration at very least. Take the scrap where we can. Okay. I've reached despised with the ethereals, which is perfectly fine. Alright, we can go into the stairs. That'll get us to the other individual. Here we go. Here's a good talisman. Elemental damage increase, which is really good. We get some spirit, casting speed, experience, more light radius, some chaos, and bleeding resist. This is actually really good metal. We'll take that. That's going to make us a little bit better at casting, which is a boon. And yeah, we'll just clear this place out. Alright, nothing there. Anything down here? Nope. We'll take out this Aether Warp Totem.
I can't do that yet.
And there we are. Nice. Whole bunch of stuff, but that's fine. This will certainly help us in the future. That's for sure. Alright. Learn that, learn that, learn that. Okay, move this and this. There we go. What's this? This gives bonuses to pets, which we don't have. And if we had skeletons, it'd be good, but we don't. So that's a bummer. Move this here. Alright. So far, so good. Let's see. Any gear that we can wear that's going to be better for us? Well, there's this elemental boost. It also gives us some burn. This is slightly better. Keyword slightly. Elemental damage is okay. We lose out on the spirit and offensive ability, but we do get more energy, which is arguably always an issue for us. But we lose out on quite a bit of resistances, so that isn't really great. I'll boost up Cunning by a point. There we go. And then we go into skills. Now I can either increase my damage absorption, which hasn't really been doing much for us, or we do something else. I could also go with Arcane Will, because we do constantly drop in HP, and having the energy regen boost wouldn't hurt. Yeah, we constantly go into a state of danger, so having a more defensive ability and damage wouldn't hurt. It's going to be a little bit better than what we currently have. Well, at the very least, the boost will certainly help. So, if I do run into those totems, I'll just increase damage as a result of this. So it's not bad. Means I should be able to spam my abilities all the more reliably. Easy. We're still currently in Burwich Village, so that is something worth being aware of. I can't activate this. There we go. Alright, ancient armor plating goes here. This is... 15% elemental damage, extra energy, just health regen, casting speed. Guess this would be better than the other, but no, not really. Okay, here's another Maven's Lens. Aether crystals, polished emerald, and cracked lodestone. Elemental damage, spirit, chaos, bleed, and Maven Sphere protection. This is actually a really good one. If I go for a complete Maven set, that would be pretty awesome. Not sure what it'd do, though. Vitality and chaos damage. No. It we'd be better off just getting a different helm. Okay. If we had more physique, these gloves would be pretty decent. But I guess we can wear the studded gloves here. This does increase our healing effects, at least. We'd lose out on quite a bit of stats, though, as a heads up. And we'd also lose some fire damage, which is not really acceptable. Yeah. We'll have to make do with what we got currently. Gotta carefully consider every single choice, after all, right? Yeah, I guess we're going across the bridge here. That makes us go to the abandoned waterfront, which is sure to give us some stuff. Which I do believe will get us something. Yep, we'll get the fabric, which is what we need. Starting to think the, Oh, hold on 1 second. Okay, so, for those who aren't aware, everything crashed for a bit there. So, let me, pause stream for a bit, and, we'll pick this up in a bit. See you guys in a bit. Oh. It seems like... not stop. Alright. There we go. Now it's working. Apologies for the delay. I'm just checking to make sure everything is working. Yeah, start all. There we go. Okay. Apologies for the delay. Yeah, no, everything came crashing down. The internet, or the power went out, basically. Kind of surprised me, so... yeah, that was something. We'll still keep going, obviously. There might be a few hiccups here and there. I don't know what I'm going to do when those happen, but, you know, we roll with the punches, if you will. But, yeah, I think everything is working. Worst case, I guess stream, well, like, oh, yeah, no, internet's, gone up in smoke. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to pause stream. I'm gonna give it like a 30 minutes on my end. And yeah, we'll just have to see how things go. For those of you on Twitch or Kick, well, you'll see me in 30 minutes. For those of you on YouTube, it'd probably be just a snap of the finger. But yeah, I'll see. Well, nah. I considered it, but let's just keep going. If it keeps cutting out, well, that's just life, I guess. We live with the consequences, I suppose. Ah. Glad that we're very resilient to fire, though. That is convenient. Okay. Okay, pop this. Arbor Master logs. Can't be bad. We won't be reading the logs. If you're curious about those, look through the first playthrough I did of this game with our Necromancer. I do believe he has all of the logs, if not most of them, set up for your viewing pleasure. But I won't be doing it this time. Well, not unless it's like new content sort of thing.
I can't do that yet. I can't do that yet. I can't do that yet.
Okay, there we go. Maven's Tome, nice.
My energy is low.
Okay. Let's see. Maven's Tome, offhand, gives us insane amounts of elemental damage. Gives us energy regen, elemental resistance, cooldown reduction, and it gives us inner focus. If we get the full set, we can get +1 to all skills in Arcanist, which would certainly help compared way better than the Skull that we've currently got. Plus it's damage across the board, so it's not bad. Plus the energy regen is very useful. I think I'm going to go with Maven's Tome here. It's not perfect, but it gets the job done. Yeah, I think we'll have to go with Maven's Tome here. At least I think. Do we have Maven's Hood? I feel like we do. Could be wrong, though. Or at least I got this... I got the ability to make Maven's Hood, I do believe, so... What is inner focus, anyways? Here we go, inner focus. Okay, so yeah, no, inner focus would increase our spirit and offensive ability, so yeah. This is even better. So we'll wear that, because that increases our elemental damage overall. It does not increase our... Yeah, it only increases the fire damage, so our output is slightly lower. But we do have aether damage as part of it, so let's see. So we're dealing 620... Oh, hold on. We can actually check that by going to here, I think. Okay, so with this, it's way more damage. Whereas with this, it's less damage, I do believe. So 2253, to 1577. Yeah, no, the damage output actually fades quite quickly here, so we actually do want the Kaigor's skull. As weird as it is, this is actually just the best weapon. Or at least offhand, I should say. For the moment, that is. For the moment. Just having the extra fire damage apparently just does wonders for us. Which is kind of funny. Okay. A Scepter of Scorching. It is fire damage. In fact, it does a lot of fire damage, huh? I kind of want to use this. 12% of physical damage, which it doesn't do physical, it does fire damage. Let's actually equip this. I kind of like this. Hold on. So, with this... Oh, I see. Yeah, no, because I have the flint core bolts, the pistol is actually slightly better. But the mace here, that mace is actually pretty good for what it's worth. Food for thought in the future, if we want something more powerful. But for now, I think it's just... The bolt gun and the skull is just way too good to pass up. Definitely gonna need to get more iterations of this skull, though, if I hope to use it more often. Either that or I swap to Aether, in which case, well, this is gonna be very unique. Oh, there appears to be an opening up here, so... There we go. Why can't I... Okay. I guess I can't go through that way. As much as I want to. Weird. Alright, well, I guess I'm taking a long way around. Alright. Here. Anything in the house? Not really. We go across the bridge. To the Burwich Estates we go. Let's activate a portal and let's go back to Devil's Crossing, because we got quite a bit to sell. Now would be a good time as any to get rid of
my wares.
our goods. Yellows are an immediate sell, because they do not have the stats that we want. Okay. first and foremost, let's get rid of weapons and shields, I suppose. Because we do not need those just yet. I'll just move these over. Anyways. Alright, now. Just doing a bit of organization. I think I can do this much at least. There we go. So I could fit it all in there, it's just the sorting system had a bit of a guff there. But I digress. Alright, let's see. Belt-wise... this is trash. This is a really good eye for a casting item. If it had more output, I'd say we'd use it, but no. This is lightning damage anyway, so it wouldn't work with the fire aether mix that we got going. We can't wear this yet, and even then, it's not suited to us. This is fire and lightning, which is not suited. I guess technically we can use lightning eventually, but we don't need that just yet. This is useless. Fairly useless. Useless. Eh. Tempting, but we need more physique to carry it, so not that good. Now this is tempting, but the Iskandra's elemental exchange outweighs the use of celerity here, so we'll sell that. Hound's Bite, useless, but we keep it because it is a blue. Sell. 12 elemental damage versus 10 is better. But it's got lower armor value, so we sell that regardless. Sell. Visible is not good for us, nor is this. Nor is this. Okay, there we go. Anyways, we can go here to Drenny.
What do you want?
I found this curious note. Explain yourself. Not good enough. I've already dealt with the cultists anyways. Alright, we've cleared out a traitor. Once a traitor, always a traitor. At least in this case. Thank you, happy to help. We got some more rep and a bit more item for our trouble. Fortified doublet is nice, but not necessary. Oh. I did not mean to do that. Miasma hood. No. Lens and hood. I'll put these away for now. Yeah, nothing too crazy. But I can do
what I've got.
I can do Maven's Lens, which gives us the Maven Spear Protection. Which, in hindsight, is actually a really decent item, which gives us elemental damage, spirits, chaos, bleed resistance, and the Spear Protection boost is definitely worth it. So, yeah, let's make one. 21 elemental damage is pretty okay. The physique boost is nice, as well as the spirit boost. The chaos and bleed is okay. We'll lose out on the poison and acid resist, but we do get points in the spear protection. So it's slightly more damage resistance compared to getting more.
Hey,
I don't know.
Don't get killed out there.
I'm still gonna have it, but I'm not sure whether I'll use it or not. Let's see. This gives us 2253, 2218. We'll lose out on some damage, but the protection is slightly better in this case. I think. I guess we're also losing out on some HP, but it's converted because we get physique, so... It's not that bad of a negative that we can't wear it, so I'm gonna just rock it. After all, it's a, Actually, hold on. We can actually increase our defensive ability if we equip the tome.
Save storage.
So it's a question of whether we want the, equip or not, because we can technically, wear the Maven's Tome next and give ourselves some more spirit on top of that.
Hold on.
So, let's see. Is it really worth it? I don't know. We'll lose out on quite a bit of damage, but we do get the benefits of the defensive ability. We just need to get Maven's Hood, is the thing.
Got something you need stashed? I'll keep an eye on this.
So what brings you to my forge?
So yeah, I need to find Maven's Hood. That's the only thing left.
Bring me back any blueprints you find.
Alright, well, for now, here's what we'll do. We'll put the tome away for now.
Something you need stashed? Hold on.
That'll be our go-to when we actually get it, and we'll actually make a set of Maven's gear. Alright, we'll just turn in the quest
What's
here.
with all the commotion?
Tyranny was sabotaging us. He damaged a well pump.
I trusted that son of a slith. Thank you for uncovering this betrayal. Who knows what other damage he could have caused if left to his devices.
I do what I can. And we are now respected with Devil's Crossing because of this. And I do believe the Quartermaster allows us Tier 2 gear. I believe we've already learned everything here, though, so we don't need to go through this again. But we can get gear here if we so desire. The only good thing about this would be the Devil's Muskets, but we can't wield that yet. We'd need to be level 35, and even then... Well, actually, no, it actually is the best item for us, because we actually use Fire and Aether because of Kaldor's Tempest. So it'd be a good replacement for the Skull, at the very least. At least, I think it would be. It's a decent replacement.
Iron well spent.
Who knew that I'd be using the Devil Musket again? Ah, well. For now, though, we don't need to worry too much about it. Let's just, quickly throw this in. And we'll quickly go sell the other two items here.
Iron well spent.
And yeah, let's keep going. We'll go into the portal, and off we go. Ah, here we go. That's nice. There we go. Got a devotion point, which will be nice. Alright, we go to devotion here. If I'm not mistaken, yep, we've got 1 point. This will give us Aether Fire, which will deal fire and aether damage with a 10% chance to confuse the target. And we just apply that to Kaldor's Tempest. And that'll just increase our damage output slightly more. And if I'm right... Well, it's a 15% chance to apply on cast, so... Not guaranteed. Not in the slightest, but there you go. Okay. We'll go into the cellar because there is the quest of the Inventor Apprentice.
I can't do that yet.
A lot, but that's fine. No. Karaswap sent me. Safe journey. Off we go. Now we just gotta speak with, what's his face when we get back. Wasn't too bad. I'm half tempted to turn off yellows as well at this point. Because if I'm just gonna sell them, yeah, let's get rid of yellows at this point. We'll keep the greens though. Right. What was it? Here we go. Oh. Yellow items. So we're gonna turn off magic. Keep green. Monster infrequents are the exception. And sets are keep. We'll keep those. We'll leave it that for now. Okay, there we go. There appears to be a little alcove here that we can investigate. There we go. And yeah, all we do is just slip out here into the rickety ladder. Easy peasy. Hey, level 22, can't be bad. I'm just glad this area of effect actually affects through walls. Probably the biggest thing of this ability, if anything. Alright, let's see. I think what we need most now is damage. So it's in our best interest to actually invest into invest slightly higher, so that way we can start getting Inferno, I think. So yeah, for reference, circle-based effects are, well, unless they're buff, in which case, there you go. I don't care. Anyways, what am I doing? I guess I can invest a point into Overload. Well, I do need to invest 3 more points into this, so either which way, this would increase our damage output, so I'm gonna try Overload. I think it should apply on Haldor's Tempest, because most effects tend to do. We'll give 1 point there, and 2 points here. Now we're gonna level up to 20 in Arcanist. We'll boost that up. At the very least, what I do know is that whatever abilities we decide to go for will be fine. Because I could swap to Cold if I so desire. Or I could swap to... what's the other one? Lightning. We have 3 choices, after all, in power scaling. Because with Arcanist, we can go into anything elemental with ease. Okay, so it seems like Caldor's Tempest, well, not the, it appears that the Overload is actually doing its damage over time, so we can actually apply it, and then just let it nuke everybody. That is an option. Okay, I do believe... You don't have to worry about the rotted ones anymore. I'm here to purge them. After I slay the Warden, you won't need to hide. Never mind, I'm sorry. Well, whatever. If that's his decision, I'm not gonna fault him. He's gone crazy. No, didn't mean to do that. There we go. Okay, we want to go around then. Considering we can't go the other way. Oh, we have to go the long way around, damn. I guess the cellars would be a good way to traverse, but before that, we should definitely go back to the bridge. Make sure we just search everything before we keep going. There we go. Okay, that's that side done. Now we can go over here, check out this area. Food ration can't be bad. What was it next? I believe it was to go around somehow. Okay, yeah, no, that guy suffers from damage over time. Oh, hello, a trapdoor. Oh, I've already opened it, so I can actually go back up. Okay. I mean, I guess I go around then. Looks like I do everything else, don't I? Is it this way? Yeah. So you go across the bridge here. Grab the Aether Crystal. There's a path here. Here we go. And that's pretty much it. Okay, so we'll just quickly drop a portal here. We'll go to the Warden Cellar Rift. That'll be a quick transport over there. This must be the Warden Cellar. Yep. And once we hit the Warden Cellar, actually, or when we're done exploring the Warden. When we're done exploring the estates, then we'll go and properly explore the Warden Cellar. I'm just doing it this way because, well, we can.
I can't do that yet.
Okay. That's most of that done. Readings journal. Alright. We go up here. There's more here as well, on top of everything. Alright. Hop into this cellar. This will give us a bit of a traversal here. Grab that. There we go. Far so good. And we slip over to here. Oh, we got some dynamite. Nice. Rare to get. In fact, I wasn't expecting dynamite here, of all places, so I guess this is a rare spot to get dynamite. Here we go, a whole bunch of experience. Night Hunter chest guard. I guess I am still thinking about doing that rogue build, whatever it is. Yeah, I'm still thinking about trying Nightblade. We'd get dual blades, which give piercing and cold damage, I suppose. And if we do it right, we can actually make our main attacks area of effect. And going by the damage output, we can actually make them swirl quite a bit. And besides, the damage output going off of main hand damage and all that, we could make it work, to be fair. Energy absorb from it. Oh, we could make an energy absorption for spells. That could be pretty cool. Well, for now, let's focus into Arcanist, because this is going to give us our core of elemental powers, and when we are actually certain that we want Nightblade, we'll go for that. But at the very least, we want to focus 50 levels into this, if not more, before we start jumping to the other classes. Gotta seriously consider what we're gonna be using after all, don't we? Okay. Besides that, though, I think that's everything, isn't it? Aside from, of course, exploring this little corner here, but I think that will be easy enough to investigate. All we do is just go across here and up and around, after all. Okay, there we go. Okay, we go up here.
I can't do that yet.
Down along here. Aether barrier, we can't actually go this way until later on into the game, so we'll just ignore that. Then there's the pathway down here, which we can't access because there is no path leading there. And then we'll just go around to this area, clear that, and then we're basically good to go into the, well, the Warden cellar. And then we should be good to keep going. Okay. And I believe that covers everything, so we want to go now to the Warden cellar. Alright, there we go. We've now reached the Warden cellar. We will now warp back to base. We'll quickly go and talk with the alchemist, let him know that we found his apprentice and all that jazz. You're welcome. And now,
take a look, shall we?
we have the ability to salvage. So if we ever want to recover components, we can, but we're waiting for the dismantling property. So we won't be able to get access to that until we defeat the Warden, I believe. We'll have to abstain from
Come see what's left of my
delving
wares.
into that, but it's still something worth noting. We'll sell all the greens here because I don't see a reason to keep them for right now.
See you around.
Alright, 6, 6, 12. We're going to increase spirit now. This is going to increase our energy, regen even further. That's going to help. We'll put the blue away because we can.
I'll keep your stash safe. I'll hold on.
Here we go. And let's see if there's anything we want to equip right now, because we do have... I think we're going to be keeping this gear for quite a bit. Corpse Dust is usually my go-to when it comes to increasing survivability. But we can do better, I think. I guess the Ancient Armor Plates would probably be the best choice, because it would increase our defensive. Or at least it increases our armor. Thus increasing our armor rating and our armor absorption and all that, but yeah. Spellwoven Threads increase spirit, offensive, and casting speed. I think we want the Spellwoven Threads at the very least. So we'll equip those to gloves. That's going to increase our... well, it's obviously going to increase our spirits. It's going to increase our offensive abilities and casting speed. It's only good for hand armor, though, so that's something worth noting. We could go for something simple like salvage plating to increase our armor rating a little bit further. Let's see. Ectoplasm. Head armor, rings, amulets, and medals. I guess ectoplasm would probably be the best choice for us. We're gonna put one on this, on Maven's Lens. We'll put one on this. There we go, that's gonna increase our energy significantly, and as well, increase our energy regen. We should only need 2. And we should definitely increase our health, so we're gonna go with Corpse Dust here. Here we go. Bristly Fur increases HP by a set amount, as well as our Constitution. Constitution, I believe, is our energy bar. Battered Shell is good for shields, but that's about it. Let's see what we can do with salvage plating, actually, because we got quite a lot of that. Maybe I can turn that into something.
Hey, got any more scrap metal?
Fervor. No. Gluttony. No. Go to Guile. Hysteria? We can't wear these anyways. We need to be level 25 first. Anyways, let's see. What else do we have? Components, here we go. Anti-venom salves. Those would increase our armor and give us poison acid resistance, so we could get one of these. Plus we get some insane health regen on top of it. Dense fur would increase cold resistance. Let's focus on resistance at its core. Can't wear the 75, so we'll just avoid those. This gives elemental bleed resistance, but we can't really utilize that just yet, so ignore that. A rigid shell would give lightning resistance. I guess the resilient plating probably be the best for now. This will give us We'll get 2 instances of this. Shields, caster offhand, chest and shoulder. So it would be good for chest and shoulder, so we'll make 2. There we go. That'll give us 50 pierce resistance. All weapons, shields, and caster offhands, which we don't need. This gives us fire resistance, which we don't need. Imbued silver. No. Frozen hearts. We've got 8 of those already, so we don't need more. I guess the anti-venom salve is probably going to be our best bet here. Yeah. And then we can add 2 more. We got 1 for helmet and 1 for the belt. If we had the point... Well, I guess we could make a radiant gem, but it's for shields and caster offhands. So no good really doing that. We already got those. What else can we do? Ward Stone's good for elemental resistance and bleed resist. I suppose I could put it on one of the rings. Or better yet, I could put it on the talisman here. And then we can just max out our cold resistance at very least. Let's make 1. And what else? I guess the last thing we'll do is... I don't know. Need cold. I guess... Yeah, we'll leave it.
Don't get killed out there.
We'll quickly go over here.
My specialty.
Take this. Keep the item. Then we do this. That's going to give us our resistances across the board. There we go. The only thing that we're weak against is vitality and aether damage. Aether damage we unfortunately can't really avoid. So we'll just have to live with that. But we will definitely put this in. That will increase our stats overall. There we go. So, took a bit of finagling, but we have buffed ourselves to the best of our ability. At the very least, for now. This is the bare minimum that we need to do in order to, you know, basically run through this without any issue. I suppose you could make it simple and just spam emeralds early on, because they do give 8 stats, or 8 to your stats early on, almost every single time, so it's an option.
That skill's not ready.
For now, though, we'll worry about that later. We're here to crush enemies after all. Okay. Nothing down here. Go down. Okay, we can't go over there yet. We'll get there soon, though. Okay, so far so good. Okay, the spam is going well.
Can't do that yet.
I think the ectoplasm really started to help us quite a bit. Honestly, I think spamming it might even be better. But yeah, no, the ectoplasm certainly helped quite a bit. Hey.
Can't do that yet.
Okay, there we go. Let's see. We increase our level by 3. There we go. Now we've unlocked this, which will allow us to get Inferno, which will increase our burn damage over time by a ridiculous amount. Not sure what Aether damage is meant to do for us, though. I guess Aether damage is just part of it. Don't really matter what it's meant to do, it's just there. Oh. But, yeah. It was a boring level up, but it needed to be done. So. Reduce target's elemental damage for 12 to 16 seconds. So this would be a good boss killer, essentially. So if we activate this, it will weaken their elemental defenses. Yeah, it reduces everybody's elemental resistances, which really helps nuke enemies. So we use this, which will be our 1 key, and then we spam the area of effect, Kaldor's Tempest, and then that'll nuke literally anybody. Alright, so our combo's slowly coming together. And hey, if we do decide to go Nightblade, we can use that in combination with literally anything. I do wonder what we're going to go with for a special ability, though. Only 1 devastation can be cast at a time. Does fire and aether damage. Could be good. This would be an exclusive skill. This would be an exclusive skill. Reckless power would be aether and fire damage boost. So this would probably be the way we go. Physical damage is converted to aether damage. Then there's this. Cold lightning, frostburn, electrocute. Okay, so you basically choose between fire and aether, or cold and lightning. I guess if we're gonna go for the, if we're gonna go for Nightblade, we probably want the cold and lightning effects, which will convert our physical and aether damage into cold damage. I suppose in a way, Star Pact could work with Kaldor's Tempest. because it would convert the aether damage that we're doing into cold damage. So, in turn, we'd be basically doing fire and cold instead. Which is really weird to think about, but whatever. I don't know. There's a plethora of combinations that we can make work here, I'm sure.
I can't do that yet.
Nearly.
I can't do that yet.
Here we go. Heretic's Tome, huh? Aside from having issues with survivability, we're doing quite well. We need to work on our survivability more. So we're going to need more armor, if anything. Mark of Drieg is never a bad thing. Alrighty. So far, so good. We just need to keep clearing out enemies here and there. Going through quite quickly, I dare say. But then again, area of effects in it. Okay. Here. Go along. Hey. Actually, I am curious. How's this looking? With the 2 boosts, it's actually 17% damage absorption, which is pretty nice. Yeah, so aside from working on damage, we should be fine. Before we go, I do want to check out that last corridor, just in case. Call it a, I want to be thorough. So we'll go down this corridor. There's probably only enemies here, which I'm predicting is right. Just getting that, rare item is good enough to start, yeah. It's not useful to us, per se, but it's still something. Okay. Now we go down the long corridor.
That skill's not ready.
If we go in there, we're gonna be in pain, so let's not. Oh. Had a bit of a pause there. It's all good, though. It appears that we do need to go through there, regardless. Oh, lovely. Okay, so we're gonna have to just be very quick about it. Because this zone here is very poisonous. Does a lot of damage to you if you're not careful. I guess alternatively we could just go around here. But yeah, if you step in there, it does a lot of damage to you, so you gotta be careful. I mean, otherwise, we're fine. Okay, so we've made our way to the first bit here. Not bad. Down to the next level, and we are good. Alright, made our way to the portal.
That skill's not ready.
Okay, not bad at all. I suppose if I truly wanted to, I could just rush through this game, but it doesn't seem like fun. I should at least go through the map once before I start rushing through, I must admit. That way we can all enjoy the typical dungeon crawl that is, you know, Grim Dawn. I do believe we need to go this way, but we are going to go the long way around. Because I do want to, at the very least, make sure I'm completely clearing this area. Besides, the experience is well worth the, you know, exploration. Okay. Nice. Oh, a tuned lodestone. We'll put that over here. Go. Nice. Okay, there we go. Most of them cleared. There we are. Nice. Okay, we go up and around.
That skill's not ready.
Alright, with the level up that's about to come in, which will be earned by using this. There we go.
Can't do that yet.
Alright, there we go. Grab everything here. We will toss this in here, toss the mutated scales in, soul shard. I will use the Squire Gauntlets recipe. Here we go. Oh, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Oh, that's a lot of speed for boots. Once we get to level 25, I might just equip these. Not necessarily for the fire damage, but the Maven Spear of Protection is actually pretty good. I believe we can get up to +4 or +6 when it comes to those sorts of boosts. So it's not a bad thing to consider. We shouldn't need to put points into Physique or Cunning. We can just focus on Spirit for now. Our Physique and Cunning are at a level that I can be comfortable with not upgrading them. Because we do want to focus solely on getting our Spirit up to a high level, more than anything. Anything else is merely secondary. Otherwise, anything else I can think of? Not really. Ooh, mutated scales, though. Those are going to be good for the future. They're going to be better than, well, they're going to be good in tandem with Corpse Dust if we ever need HP in bulk, so there you go. As for what we need now, nothing really comes to mind. But we'll keep those books in mind, but I digress. Alright, let's grab a point into Inferno. And I'm half tempted to grab all those points into Inferno, actually, because that's going to increase our damage output significantly. Let's undo our points currently. We'll go into here. Our current damage is 2414. $29.08, there you go. Alright, so we increased our damage by 500, so that's good. And we may as well just spam that when we get a chance. Because now our damage output also deals lightning, which is fun. Actually, I'm kind of curious. In Nightblade, is there any way to convert it into lightning? Lightning and fire? There's some that give chaos. There's Elemental Awakening here. This gives elemental damage and frostburn. There's a lot of ways I can take this, but I think it really just depends on us, huh? I'm always going to be on the fence on this until I've actually, you know, ultimately decided, so I'm just going to keep to Arcanist for now. Maintain that focal point of damage. And hey, the damage over time should do some ridiculous things. Okay. Okay, that's cleared that area now. And we should be able to keep going now. So I'll take this tunnel here and go forward. Go down here.
That skill's not ready.
Brimstone repeater, cool.
That skill's not ready.
Okay, not bad at all. Can't go farther that way. Let's backtrack a bit because I do want to explore this upper end, just to make sure that it's not a it's not locked out from the other passages that we got. I assume not, but it never hurts to check. Sooner we check, the better. Surprisingly quiet, this area. This open, there we go. All right. From here, we'll just go up and around. There we go. Let's get out of there. There we go. Nice. Got the Exalted Stash. Got a whole bunch of stuff here. Can't be bad. Not a fan of the boss, you know, with their, you know, full posting and all that, but whatever. Can't be helped. Okay, there we go. What do we get? Actually curious here. Let's see. The fire and aether damage boost isn't bad. Also gives all damage boost, which isn't bad either. Nothing we really need though. So we're just gonna toss those in. These in. We'll toss all the greens in here, I guess. Okay, we'll just toss these here. There we go, and do that. There we go. Okay. Got a few decent blues here, but nothing that we can really use. Once we hit level 25, I'll definitely equip those boots, though. Doesn't mean that we'll lose out on the anti-venom salves boost, but it could be worse, to be fair. It does appear that we also lose light radius, which is weird. Interruption. The immense speed of these boots require complete focus on every step taken. Even the slightest distraction could result in a misstep. "100% chance when hits." Oh, okay, so you just suffer a movement loss if you use this. But you do have a chance to avoid melee and projectiles regardless. And the Sphere of Protection certainly does help, so I suppose there is some flaw to it. Which, you know, can't really be helped. Back to the underground transit. We'll go down this path because there is a shrine. Offer, there we go. We get an 8% damage boost if we're willing to sacrifice the, Oh, but it does give Arcane Will. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Arcane Will's a really good boost. Plus, it's way more armor. We'd lose out on elemental resistance, but at the same time, we're fine. We're also going to lose that 20% boost to poison acid, so I guess whatever. We're also losing a lot of spirit, but whatever. The price that we get for it is that we get way better output, I guess. So yeah, we'll wear those. Those will be decent. Now the question is, do we want the boots of swiftness? Because this could... It is more armor, to be fair. I guess we do go for it, because it does increase our movement speed, so... At least for offhand travel, it's decent, and we also get that barrier boost, which will certainly help in a pinch. I can deny it all I want, but that, you know, speed boost will help. Even if it does cut when we do get hit. But hey, we get damage reduction on top of it, though, so there you go. Okay, from here then... Alright, there we go. We've cleared out the majority of that pathway. We'll then go back to the shrine, and then we'll keep going. I could have let that guy go, but if I'm not mistaken, he becomes a mini-boss if I let him live. So it's best to not let him betray me. Although it's good experience if you do let him become a boss, so it really depends on whether you guys want him to become a boss or not. But that guy in the camp is a traitor, so there you go. There we go.
I can't do that yet.
Now, if I could get some lifesteal on this, it'd make our survivability a little bit better. I'll have to think about that as I'm going. Okay, so far so good. Maybe we're making significant progress. I believe we've got like one more zone left after this. And then we will have, for the most part, cleared everything. Cleared everything dangerous, that is. And I believe the boss will be at the final zone, which, you know, makes sense. I will need to go back around in order to encounter those guys. Perfectly fine for me, though. Every little bit of experience from these guys count. They'll take it in stride.
That skill's not ready. I can't do that yet.
Laura's foot pads, okay.
can't do that yet.
Nearly died there, but that's fine. We're probably going to be doing that quite a bit. Hey, level 25.
I can't do that yet.
Okay, what do we do here? I guess damage absorption would be the go-to. Nullification also works, because this will reduce, if I do this, then I can reduce the, resistances of people, but we don't really need to do that just yet, I don't think. We could also use Arcane Will, which would increase our defensive ability. Let's see, defensive ability. %88.7%. Increase our spirits. I guess the more we increase our defensive ability, the more chances we have to avoid being hit. So that is definitely nice. The minimum chance seems to be 55 though, so once we reach a certain threshold, there is no more beyond that. Ooh, these boots are pretty good though. Hold on. That is more armor, but the biggest thing is definitely the experience gain. I think we want these. These are basically better than the unseeing swiftness is nice, but having the ability to get more experience is always going to be good. You know what? No, I'm going to be going with the unseeing swiftness because of the Maven Sphere protection. If I did not get the Maven Spear, I'd definitely consider it. But beyond that, we need more damage, I guess, so I guess we're going level 6 Inferno? We do need to put points into the Sphere protection, though, so yeah, let's increase our damage resistance up, or damage absorption up. The more we have, the better. That'll increase our survivability at the very least, so it's not bad. But yeah, that's gonna give us 23 resistance. So I guess at highest we'll be able to get to 25, if not 26. Which is pretty good. That's a 25% damage reduction across all sources of damage.
I can't do that yet.
Although it didn't seem to do much in this case, I guess. It did not help us as much as I thought it would. It became a glass cannon there when it came to the burst. I'm not too surprised at this point, so it's all good. Can't go down there because it's blocked, but I do believe we can once we hit the hidden laboratory, which is the next part. Alright. Okay. Alright. Pop this open. And yep, we keep going. Oh, blueprint for Storm's Edge. It's not something that we'd probably use, but hey. Can't be bad. Recipes are never a bad thing to have. In abundance, no less, is also good.
Death is only the beginning.
Not a fan of those noises, but, you know. Things happen. That is just the woes of dealing with Aether individuals. They got weird noises with them. Okay. That's easy. Alder's Inquisition could be good. What's this? Fire, cold, and lightning damage. Gives us elemental damage boost. Physical damage converted to elemental damage. Not bad for what it is. And it's a epic one-handed weapon with artifact handling, fire strike, and righteous fervor. With elemental seal, no less. Creates an arcane seal on the ground imbued with destructive force. Let's actually see how damage works. It's decent. If I throw on some fire bolts, it'd probably be even better. So this could probably work as a weapon. Yeah, I think we rock this. I think the elemental boost would work. What we're doing. Besides, it would only add elements to our damage, right? So. Did we not explore the entirety of that cell block? I guess we can quickly go back. I mean... Warden Laboratory Rift, there we go. There we go. Easy peasy. And then what we do is we quickly go to this. Go to the portal, and there you go. Very lazy to do, but eh. If you give it a choice, why not, right? Although at this point, maybe I should just combine the elements to deal even more.
I can't do
I'm
that
half
yet.
tempted to. Ah. Okay, let's keep going. Can't go there, but we can go around. We'll just do this.
I can't do that yet.
We need a more damaging ability.
That skill's not ready.
Back up a bit. Yeah, not a fan of the damage that we're suffering. Really not. Okay, there we go. Aether Fire has reached rank 4, not bad. That's a 13% chance to confuse targets, which is pretty decent. Speaking of, we actually got another point, so... Let's see, what can we take that's fire-based? We're looking for the red marks on the map here. Okay, so if we want... Okay, so we want fire and aether ideally. So we want to prioritize fire and aether here. I mean, fire and chaos is the next closest thing here. I'd rather not do chaos if I can help it. If I'm going to do fire and aether as properly as possible, I should probably do that. Oh, here we go, fire and aether. This would be Phoenix Fire, so we'd need, Aether. I mean, elemental damage is also viable. Let's see. Elemental. The Scholar's Light. Scholar's Light. The elemental damage from Scholar's Light could work. But then we need to invest into purple, so we need something purple related more than anything. Shepherd's Call isn't the cut, though, that we want. That's blue. If we complete this, we could actually get it. So, let's see. Elemental damage, Aether resistance, health and energy, and elemental damage, defensive ability, and energy regen. The Quill is probably going to be our go-to then. So we'll go for the Quill here. That's going to give us 15% elemental damage. And once we complete it, we'll get 3 points into Ascendant and Eldritch. And that should be enough to get the... Well, it's not enough to get Aldra's Phoenix, but we can certainly start on the path of it. Well, we can still benefit, we just have to respec, worst case, if we don't like what we've gotten. There appears to be a back area here as well, so that's worth checking out. Let's go behind here. There we go. I actually wonder, is there a way to auto pick up everything? I don't think there is. Unfortunate, but that's fine. Okay, nothing else beyond that here, which is good. Okay, we just march along this path. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we go across here. I guess we can go around this area. Alright. I guess we backtrack a little bit here, just so we can clear out these little rooms here. Gotta make sure everything is cleansed, and at the very least, we'll get as much levels as we possibly can before things go awry. There we go. Okay, we're nearly at the threshold here. Okay, heal. Go up here. Alright, check along this wall to see if there's anything else. I don't think there is. Yeah, we've pretty much cleared out the majority here, so we can just keep going now. And we're almost done, really. We just have to clear up these, rooms up here, and I do believe the boss room is just a hop and a skip across. So once we're done exploring this little tidbit here, we should be good. We should be good enough to fight the boss by this point, so there you go. What I do want to check, though, is seeing if I can't get an another instance of what's it is, the goal at a level that I'm more I can accommodate. Devil touched ammo, huh? They're alright. Alright, let me just clear this room, because this is not the danger that we need to worry about. Okay.
I can't do that yet.
1 second. Alright, I'm back.
That skill's not ready.
There we go. With them. Okay. That was a bit of a rough battle, but we managed to clear most of the enemies here. Still got quite a bit to do, but other than that, we should be fine.
Yet.
Shouldn't be too hard to clear out the enemy here. There we go. Pop that open. Can't really get anything out of that one. That door is the herald for dealing with Warden Krieg. I know for a fact that we're going to have a little bit of trouble with the guy, but nothing that is going to be impossible to deal with. Well, only one thing for it. Increase our fire damage. Let's take a portal back before we deal with Warden Krieg, because we will need to deal with him before we do something else, because I do have to wrap it up pretty quickly here. But we can quickly get some things set up and just deal with Warden Krieg immediately.
So what brings you to my forge?
Alright, elemental. Blessed steel, let's see. Elemental damage. Secret strike, eh. We'd need imbued silver. But I can make this. Used in all weapons, shields, and caster offhands. This would probably be the best one for this weapon, though. Definitely. 18% elemental damage. Alright, and what about fire? The flint core bolts are 25% fire damage versus the 18% elemental damage. There. We'll make even 4. And then we want the blessed steel. With that, yep, I'm sure of it. This is going to give us a 18% boost to all of our statistics there. We get a slight reduction here, but the output for the weapon is going to be better in general, so there you go. Besides, it's 33% elemental damage, so it's slightly better than the fire damage. We don't get the burn damage that we hope for, but it could be worse. Now I guess we will put the imbued silver here. There we go. Do we need anything else? We are currently level 25, so we can get equilibrium here. It'll give us elemental damage and some elemental resistance, as well as the tranquility perk, which will give a stun and confusion effect. So that is an option. I will boost up my spirit as well while I'm at it. Might as well. And what about fire instead? There is Calamity and Inferno. Or rather, Calamity and Fervor, rather. Inferno is Chaos. This is just straight up fire. I kind of like Equilibrium, though, because it'll give us elemental resistance, spirit, movement speed, as well as the elemental damage. Tranquility also procs more, so we want Equilibrium. We'll make that, and that'll be our first, relic. There we go.
We happen to find any blueprints.
Now, we will sell everything green.
I'll give you a good price
For the
on
most
what's
part.
left.
Yep. Need it. Need it. Offhands, I'm definitely gonna have to figure out. Under Kygoss's skull. I guess we can also do with an upgrade to our helm. I'll just have to find a better helm. This is way better armor, I think. Yeah. Double the armor value we currently got. Elemental damage. Spirit boosts. Also, energy absorption. Pretty nice, so we'll definitely equip that instead. Yeah, we'll sell this. Don't need the shield. Don't need the pants. Dagger looks nice, but we don't need it. A ring. Evonius's ring has been doing us wonders, so I guess we keep that still. Belt. That's a lot of poison and acid resistance, but the summon familiar is useless to us. Nope. Let's see. Nope. Gloves are slightly better, but eh. Don't give fire damage. Nope. Nope. Helm. The fire damage is nice, but we don't have the physique for it, so we'd have to get something to increase our physique if we want this. We'll sell these. Sell this, 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 this. Okay, so if we want this helm, which I think I'm going to get, it gives us physique, offensive ability. We just need to get some more. We need to get more physique for it, so. Oops, I did not mean to sell those. Take those back.
Iron well spent.
Alright, so. To that end, then, I guess we do this. That's going to bring it up to 37, which is not enough. So if I temporarily do this, that's going to give us enough. If we put this on instead, and we replace that. Okay, we are now low on this, to which we need to apply this to something else then. What can it be applied? Shields, caster offhands, ring. We will get rid of the effect on this ring, and that way we can equip it. So we'll go here.
Let's take a look, shall
Let's salvage the item. Yep.
we? Goodbye.
And then if we do this, nearly, we need another. It's 10 over maximum, so if we were to get rid of the 18% here, we can do it, or we can get rid of one of the energy boosts. Alright, Livonius's
Something
ring.
broken down?
You now have the emerald. And there we go. Now we've got everything equipped accordingly.
Bring me back something interesting.
Bit of a finagling here, but that's fine. Alright. Now, let's finish off the final boss, and then, or the first of bosses, and then we're good. Warden Krieg goes down today. Or at least that is the intended plan. Krieg. I'm here to spam.
And when I'm done with you, I will crush your friends at Death's Crossing.
Alright, there we go. It's easy. Spam to win. Oh. Second phase.
I can't do that yet.
Okay. So yeah, Krieg is no joke, no slouch. With summons it's way easier, but we don't have that luxury. Just set up the portal here. Okay. Yeah, I gotta avoid those bolts that he sends my way. Okay. Alright, nice try.
That skill's not ready.
Ow. Okay. And boom. Done. But yeah, as you can tell, pretty difficult fight overall. Takes a bit of effort to deal with them, but not impossible to deal with them at the very least, so that's good. Get some more tainted brain matter for our troubles, so that's good. And we get a Deathbringer raiment. This is only good for necromancers, I do believe, so if you're a necromancer, this might be up your alley for a gear upgrade. I think it's in our best interest to get another Kygor's skull, so what I'm actually going to do real quick before I wrap things up is I'm going to go to... I think it's Lower Crossing? I could be wrong, but yeah, we want to go to the one of the burial hills, I believe. I'm gonna see if the skull there is still up for grabs. Because if the Wanderer is still around... Yep, his skull is still here, okay. Because you can go to this area and just grind out skulls if you wish. And I do believe this skull is actually up to level now, so that's good. So we can get better skulls, apparently. That's fun. Now, I'm gonna warp back to base, I guess. Here we go. No need to worry about the enemy. But yeah, whenever we want another Kygor's skull, we can just go there. It's about 18% cooldown reduction. Got way more fire and aether damage, it seems. And yeah, it's just got slightly less energy regen, but it's got some burn on top of it, so that's good. So yeah, this skull is slightly better than the first. Yeah, so we're just gonna wear that instead. 3-5-24, 3-5-31. Okay, so even without the boost of Searing Ember, this is better. I'm gonna see if I can quickly get the extra fire damage boost on this real quick.
Best I can with what I've got.
I guess the enchanted flint is what we want. I could also use flint core bolts as well. Guns, crossbows, and caster offhand. So the flint core bolts would increase the damage by 25%. Alternatively, I go for like a sealed void, but those are level 75s. I mean, we're doing fire damage, so flint core.
Bring me back any blueprints you find.
Alright, pop that in. There we go. That's going to increase our damage to 3,738. And I guess we'll just report to Captain John here.
Is it finished? Is the Warden dead?
Tracked him down, took his life.
The Warden's defeat is a great victory for us, nay, for all of humankind. But there are many more ethereals out there, some much more powerful than Krieg. Perhaps more disturbing, though, there are those of our own kind who would see us dead to take what little we have, or just for the pleasure of killing. Among the innocent who passed through this prison on their way to Krieg's lab were many violent criminals, murderers, and worse. Many of them escaped to the northwest after the Grim Dawn, forming into ruthless gangs who prey upon drifters still traveling the roads. Since a river separates us and them, they have not been a problem thus far. Except we need farmers to get back to the business of growing food before we all starve to death. The farmland that supplied this region is to the northwest, and we need to secure a hold there. Mornay recently returned from Old Arkovia to the northwest and can give you details on the outlaw situation and what needs to be done. I realize that you have been through much in recent days, but we cannot rest just yet.
Alright, we'll go speak to him. Alright. And it's from here that things are gonna slowly start opening up more and more. We do have unlocks, of course, and we do have things that we can do to make ourselves stronger, but I digress. I'm gonna wrap things up here because we've managed to do quite a bit that I'm satisfied with, and honestly, we're probably gonna be doing a lot more, so good luck to us for that. I digress, though. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream all the same. I know I did, and I will see you guys next stream. Take care, everybody, and have a good day.